Yeah, I wonder how many times can I loop that before people stop watching. I thought about maybe I'll loop it about, I don't know, 10 more times. But welcome, another podcast test. I've been trying to fix this mic so it doesn't fall, microphone stand, so it does not fall. Yeah, so today I'm going to talk about sage, turkey rhubarb, muscle spasms, shingles, and cervix. Well, I think the question was incompetent cervix, but yesterday when I was live, I got a question about what are the benefits of turkey rhubarb and sage. Now, I'm going to start with sage. I'll figure this out one way or another. So I was looking up sage, and yes, you have sage herb. It's also considered or called red sage. Well, you have sage herb, and then you have bone set, which is also known as Indian sage. You have a wood sage, and then you have a white sage. So I think she wanted to know, hey, no problem. You're welcome. Yeah. I think you wanted to know the sage herb, the Salvia officinalis. And that herb, the benefits of that herb it's a powerful antioxidant, carminative, so really antibacterial, a diaphoretic, so it promotes sweating, anti-inflammatory, and an anti-galactagogue, so it will stop milk flow. And diaphoretics are always great when you're sick and you want to sweat out the sickness or promote the movement of lymph. Now, bone set, I use that when my son used to get sick. I mean, every once in a while something will happen, but nothing crazy like before. But bone set, also known as Indian sage, is a diaphoretic, a tonic, a laxative, and an expectorant. But going to the turkey rhubarb, I was right. It is a laxative, but I'm not sure that it's a alternative. It is a laxative. It's a mild stimulant laxative, astringent. So I think I was getting them confused. It was an astringent and not an alternative. So astringent helped to tone and tighten tissues, and it's a sialagogue, sialagogue, or goog, however you want to say that, which means it will increase the flow rate of saliva, and it's similar to bitter herbs. Bitter herbs will promote saliva flow as well. Hey, Mike, blessings your way as well. Now, I had a question about someone sent me a question. I'm having this weird muscle spasm. I need your help on that. So, whenever you're talking about spasms, think nerves, think neurological issues, think anti-spasmodic herbs or spasmolytic herbs, or even relaxant nervines. So, herbs such as wild yam root, observe herbs such as wild yam root, skullcap, St. John's wort. I got some of that in my cup right now. Mm. I got some St. John's wort, rhodiola root, and holy basil. It's hitting. That's why I'm cheesing from ear to ear. Mm. Mm. I see you over there on TikTok. Yeah, so antispasmodic. So what could be causing the spasms? Buildup of acids around the cells, beginning to uh, obstruct nerve flow or beginning to press on the nerves, disrupting their function. You got spasms going on. Of course, you have dehydration as well. But in terms of herbs or botanicals you want to use, skullcap is a great one to observe. St. John's wort, blue vervain, even gotu kola. But you're not just going to focus on the nerves. You also want to focus on the endocrine system. The endocrine glands control all the other tissues, and you also want to focus on the lymphatic system as well. So you will want botanicals for all those areas and more. And always, food is number one. Number one. Because how did you get there in the first place? Consistently dehydrating the body, consistently taking water away from the body and not putting it back in, or taking hydration away from the body and not putting it back in. Another question here. Good sir, what about shingle? I was told from doctor I get rash, but with shingle along my face. Please send me more information and link to buy one set of. Doctor said it was shingles, another said herpes, and another said the one and the same. Help me, I am confused. Yeah, so viruses, doesn't matter what they call them, shingles, herpes, whatever. What shingles stems from chickenpox, I believe. But what system is responsible for moving these unwanted substances out? Lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system is stagnant, and when you're talking about the lymphatic system moving these substances out, or you can say pulling these substances out, you got to talk about the cells in the interstitial spaces. Because what happens is when you're dealing with moving lymph, the lymph fluid comes from the interstitial spaces, and the fluid that are in the interstitial spaces, also known as the interstitial fluid, comes from the blood capillaries. So in the interstitial spaces, you have plasma, you have hormones, you have proteins, etc. You also have cellular waste. So what happens is you got to clear up the clutter that has developed around the cells. And to do this, you have to, number one, get kidney filtration, and number two, sweat. What's happening is this individual is probably not sweating or active, because movement moves lymph. That's why they say as you get older, you want to constantly exercise, or that's why whenever we sit for long periods of time, let me drink some of this. We sit for long periods of time and we become stiff. We have acid building up in certain areas, and it's not moving out or moving towards your eliminatory organs. And we get tight and stiff, and then we start to move, and then it starts to feel better. That's why some of us are getting massages on a consistent basis. And really, when you're getting a massage, you're just moving around this acid. I mean, maybe you'll sweat a little bit. Maybe you'll get some kidney filtration, but not enough to where instead of going and getting a massage every week, now it's every 2 weeks. Now it's every 3 weeks. Now it's once a month. Now it's, hey, I really don't need to get a massage anymore because my lymphatic fluid is moving. So going back to the whole, what exactly is it? Yeah. How to, let's say, get rid of a so-called virus. You got to move lymph. You have to move lymph. You have to think holistic, because I also mentioned the blood. So now an organ you want to be sure to focus on would be your liver, because the liver is responsible for, you could say, bringing in nutrients to the rest of the body. It's like your filter. So once you consume food, the body begins to break it down, begins to absorb it. Once it starts to absorb these nutrients, it goes straight to the liver. The liver does its filtration and then starts sending it elsewhere throughout the body. Then I had another question here. Do you herbs that heal incompetent cervix? Yeah, so of course, cervix, female reproductive system. So in incompetent cervix, I was reading up on it just to make sure. And it was saying it's open up fast, sooner than it was supposed to, yeah. An incompetent cervix is a condition that causes your cervix to start opening at 4 to 6 months of pregnancy. What I'm thinking of is a connective tissue problem, a weakness. Your tissues aren't strong enough to stay closed, Now they want to open up. And when you're talking about connective tissue, you have to look at the parathyroid, which is sitting inside the endocrine system.
What just happened just and my eyes.
Oh yeah, because it was a stranger. It's helping you get mucus out your body. But we'll talk more later, okay? I'm still live. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Let me get back live and now, okay? Okay. Yeah, I gotta get a what is it called? Something that pops on the screen whenever my son wants to come and tell me something. Something cool. Like it's daddy son time or something. All right. Is there any way we can get is it is there anywhere we can go to get specific formulas, and can you combine herb and roots that can harm you? Whenever you're talking about being harmed by a an herb, some of the main ones to look out for would be herbs that have a powerful alternative action, and then your laxatives, because you could use laxatives so much to the point where you disrupt natural bowel function, and now you just constantly have diarrhea, or the reverse, you're just extremely constipated. So yeah, I'll put in the chat, uh, Facebook chat. I'll put it in the Facebook chat where you can go to get these herbs that have specific formulas. So again, when you're talking about combining herbs, herb and roots that can harm you, you want to be cautious with the herbs that have a alterative action and a stimulant laxative action, or even stimulants in general. So like you have stimulant nervines like coffee. Too much coffee will shut down the adrenal glands. Stimulant laxatives, too much of that can bring the bowels to a halt. And then if you're taking alternative herbs, too much of them, or really taking them at a high dosage, you can start to liquefy things that are not supposed to be liquefied. And because now when you're dealing with the alternatives, you're moving lymph. And when you move the lymphatic fluid faster, a lot faster than you can eliminate it, you will experience rashes, nausea. And if you do it too quick, it'll be unbearable, which is no fun. But generally, I mean, it's fair game. A lot of stuff that's on the market now, it really won't hurt you. So you can combine leaves and roots. It's just that when you are, if you're using the dry leaf form or dried herb form, you want to decoct or simmer the roots first, and then once you're done simmering the roots, then you add in the leaves or the flowers or the stems. And whenever you are using berries, you put it in the same category with your roots or even your rhizomes as well. But let me put this in the chat for you. Do some copying and pasting. Yeah, so you can go here to get specific formulas. I mean, it could be, they sell kidney bladder formulas, they sell antispasmodic formulas, GI Renew, or digestive formulas, lymphatic formulas, you name it, they got it. Nervous system, endocrine system, pituitary gland, adrenal glands. What's another good one? I'm thinking green with alfalfa. Metal. There we go. Chem metal. formulas as well. And each one of the formulas, or the majority of them, I would say about 90-95% of them, they contain 6+ herbs in them already mixed. And whenever you're dealing with a problem, you have to think holistic. So one of my favorite examples behind me, you see a nice little digestive system chart there. Let's say, I wish I could put the mouse on the screen. You're having a liver problem. I don't think TikTok. There we go. TikTok can see that. Yeah, you're having a liver problem. Uh, you definitely want to make sure you're focusing on the digestive tract, or the gastrointestinal tract as a whole. And when dealing with the gastrointestinal tract, obviously you want to focus on the gallbladder as well as the pancreas, because now we're talking about these organs that are responsible for breaking down your fats, your proteins or amino acids, and your starches. Everybody want to eat starch nowadays, but and breaking them down into your simple sugar, so then they can be absorbed where, back into the liver, because the liver produces bile emulsifies fats, and also the liver is like a big chemical factory. It can convert, let's say, glucose to energy, fructose to energy, fats to simple sugars, etc. So it has a lot of functions that's going on with it. So, and of course, the digestive system is just one area you want to focus on. Also, you want to focus on the endocrine glands as well, because whenever you get stressed out, the adrenal glands activate, the endocrine system activates, and it can trigger the liver to produce cholesterol. So adrenal glands are working, liver is doing something, digestive system is working, the liver is doing something. So it's always holistic. So when you're talking about formulas, if you just want to focus on the digestive system, yeah, you could have liver herbs, you could have stomach herbs in there, you could have GIT herbs in there, colon herbs in there, etc. But if you don't take away anything from this, you want to make sure food. What are you eating? What are you eating? All right. If you're going to take herbs, if you're going to consume botanicals, strong chance they will dehydrate you. All right. So here you are taking something that you want to benefit from, but now it's dehydrating you. Now, on top of that, you're still eating processed foods, still consuming dairy, still have a high protein diet. I almost didn't say the word. All right, food, still eating a lot of foods with a bunch of protein in it. But Pop, did you get that? Did you get the information? I know I was 9 minutes late, but did you get that? Okay, so what do you recommend for heart health? Heart health. So one of the best herbs out there, as far as I could find, for heart health is hawthorn berry. All right, or hawthorn leaf and flower. Yeah, shelf time, baby. Shelf time, baby. Open it out, but the berries right there. Actually, quite hard. And these are the leaf and flower. You can mix them together. So, and it says, should I get a tincture or tea? A tincture is more potent. A tincture is a time saver. Tincture also contains alcohol, but it would absorb in the body faster. But understand, when you're dealing with when you're dealing with blood, right? The heart, the blood vessels, the blood capillaries, anything they don't want inside them, they will put into the interstitial spaces, which is basically the spaces around the cells. All right. And this leakage, or this fluid that is coming from the blood capillaries going into the interstitial spaces, any waste, any excess from the blood capillaries, any waste from the cells, then will enter into the lymph. Again, interstitial fluid. Once it goes into the lymphatic capillaries, or the lymphatic system, now it's considered lymphatic fluid. Once you begin to have poor kidney filtration, once you begin not to sweat properly, or sweat enough, or not move lymph, because sweating is moving lymph. Uh, Kidney filtration is moving lymph. Once that slows down, then you run into other problems, whether it be heart troubles, whether it be hormonal troubles, whether it be hair loss, etc. So, yes, on one end, you can focus specifically on the heart, or the organ, the heart organ, or the entire cardiovascular system, but you still have to move that waste out to make space around those cells so then they can breathe and function how they want to function. Yeah, so I think I got it. 21 minutes. That time starts flying when you start talking smack. Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you for all the likes over here on TikTok. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this live here. I'll be live again tomorrow. Looks like it's gonna be 7:30. If you want to book a consultation with me, on the screen you see my website. Go there. Got courses on the way. Courses on the way. And that's all I'm going to say for now. Thank you for joining the live. Peace.